Hello, this is Dr. Tina Mims, and I'm going to provide this short video on how I have deduced to make a text file to upload into Blackboard of a glossary of terms whenever the publisher has not provided a glossary of terms for import into Blackboard. I have sort of figured out a way to do it. There may be simpler ways, but this does work. So I'm designing my course here using the QM rubric, and glossary of terms is found in the tools area. Now you'll note I have my edit mode is on, so I'm in the instructor mode, and let's just take a look at what I've built already. So I started out typing these terms, and I thought, okay, well, there's an upload download, and I was not supplied a file by the publisher, but I was supplied in my instructor manual the glossary terms for each chapter. It means I have to go into each chapter and pull them out of the IM instructor manual, but again, this does work. So the first thing I did is I'm going to download the glossary I have. That way I can have the exact type of file format that Blackboard wants. So in other words, backwardly, I'm starting with what does Blackboard give me if I were to download. So I'm going to download that file. I'm going to save it, and I'm going to open my folder where it's been saved to, and you can see I've had several attempts on this. I'm going to open this file, and you can see that it took that text file and opened it in Excel. Alright, so what Blackboard has done is it's put all the terms in this first column, and then it has put all the terms in this first column, and it has in the second column put all the definitions with some HTML code. These little pieces of information here, that's the HTML code to tell the upload mechanism into Blackboard, what to do with it. So that's about all I know about that. But you can see I've got two neat columns here. So it would seem important that I provide Blackboard back with an upload file that contains in the first column the terms, and in the second column the definition with all these HTML codes. So I want to show you how to create one of these. Okay, so let's go to my instructor manual for Chapter 5, and you can see here are some key terms, right? I'm going to grab a new Excel spreadsheet, and I'm actually going to use the same spreadsheet file that Blackboard downloaded for me, but I'm going to just create a new sheet in Blackboard. Okay, so let's go back to Blackboard. No, back to my instructor manual for Chapter 5, right? Chapter 5. Lost it. Sorry about that. Here it is. That's Chapter 4. Okay, I need Chapter 5. Here we go. There we go. Alright, so let's take Chapter 5, and we're going to copy these terms, right? And I'm going to put these in the spreadsheet that I just downloaded. You see this from Blackboard. So I'm going to put these in the spreadsheet I just downloaded from Blackboard. I'm going to paste special. Now the reason I want to paste special is because I just want text. Okay, now here's the first issue I've run into. We've got some hyphens and some dashes. You see that long? That's a dash as opposed to a hyphen, which is really small. So now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to use my find replace function in Excel, and I'm going to tell it what I want it to do. What I want it to do is I want it to find a hyphen, and I want to replace it with a semicolon, and I'll show you why in just a minute, because I'm going to use this to separate the terms from their definitions. So let's see if it's going to do any of these for me. Okay, so replace. Okay, so it replaced one I didn't want it to do. See here under self-host, that little dash there, that little hyphen I want to keep. But now these must be longer than that, so let's just actually copy that. Find replace. I'm going to copy it in here. And now I'm going to replace, 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 replace. When you get better at this, you can replace all, but I found that if I don't pay attention to where the replacement's going, sometimes there could be a hyphen or a dash in the definition itself. So now I have all of these in a format which I can use to now do a text to columns. Now, if you've never used this feature, it's really a great feature, because you can choose a character, see characters such as commas, tabs, etc. And you can say, well, let me separate those items from the rest of the stuff. Okay, so you can see it's recognizing my semicolons. It's putting all the terms on the left-hand side and the definitions on the right-hand side. And now all I have to do is click Finish, and voila! Now what we have is we have our terms separated from our definitions. Okay, that's just one step that we needed to complete. The next step is, okay, I'm going to move these. I'm going to move these over here. Okay, I'm going to clear the contents in this now because I've moved them. And we're actually going to do two things at once here. We're going to go back to the information that Blackboard provided, the HTML code. We're going to take that and we're going to copy it. We'll go over to our sheet, and we're going to be sure and click the cell and then actually go up to your text box and right-click the information. Alright, so now I have the HTML that Blackboard is looking for on the front end. I also need the HTML that Blackboard is looking for on the back end. So let me grab that, go to my worksheet that I'm working on, copy, paste, okay. Let me copy this down. Alright, now I'm going to use a formula available in Blackboard, in Excel, that is called concatenate. Concatenate's a great function also. Just like we separated columns, now we're going to combine columns. So I'm actually going to use the concatenate formula, which simply means I want to add this column to this column and this column. So now I've got the front end HTML in this first column with the definition and the HTML on the back end that Blackboard's going to be looking for. You can see it right here. See? And this is an example of what it would would result in. Formula result will look like this at the end. So in column E here, the concatenate formula, which means join together, or link, look, has joined all the things that I need. The front end HTML, the term, the definition of the term I've been working with, and then the back end HTML. Alright, now, here's the thing. We can't upload this into Blackboard because this is a formula. No, what we're going to do is actually come over here, copy this into a Word file or a Notepad file. Here you want to be sure and keep text only. Alright, now I'm going to look at this and make sure that my format looks nice and clean. It does. Sometimes there's lots of spaces. You can go in and erase them by hand or do your find replace on that as well. Now that I've got them text only, combined HTML front and back end around the terminology definition, I'm going to take it, I'm going to copy all of that, copy, and now I can come back over to my glossary that I downloaded. Now this is the file I downloaded from Blackboard, and I can add to it. You see there? Wow, look at that. I've already done that. Okay, now, but wait, there's more. All right, I'm going to clear the work that I've done so far because I actually like to include the chapter with my term. Probably just a little bit more work for me, but I think it's helpful for navigating the course when you look at it from the student standpoint. And I'm going to use the concatenate formula again. I'm going to add the term with the chapter, and that's it. So now I'm going to do the same process, right? I concatenated those. I'm going to come over here to the lower portion of this Word page that I've been working with, text only. Take and copy that. Go over to the actual glossary file I downloaded. Paste text only. And now you can see I have a brand new file in the format that Blackboard gave me. See there? I'm going to erase these additional sheets. Delete. Make sure I don't have any junk in here for Blackboard to be looking for. That's what I want. No additional sheets. Alright, now I'm going to save this file in the format that Blackboard gave me, which was Unitext. I'll put it in a folder. Okay, yes, I want to say yes to this because it's the file format Blackboard gave me, so I want to save it to the file format that Blackboard wants. Now I'm going to come over to Blackboard now. Go to the Tools area. Go to the Glossary. Upload the glossary I just created, which is a text file. I'm going to browse my computer, find that text file. Now here's some other stuff that we got to pay attention to. Add the terms or write over all the terms. So I'm going to write over all the terms because I actually downloaded all the terms that were there to begin with. I'm sure if I wanted to I could delete the first set of terms. And I'm going to submit. Let's see if this works. If it worked, we'll see C5 on some of these. And there we go. Chapter 5 was included nicely along with all the other chapters that were already in there. I hope you find this helpful. I apologize for all of my ums, but I'm not used to making videos on how-tos for Blackboard. So anyway, this is a way for you to create your own glossary of terms and upload them by simply starting with Blackboard, downloading the file Blackboard wants, adding to it. Hopefully I've showed you how to concatenate properly in Excel and add the HTML that Blackboard's looking for. Thank you.